you want to talk about the Jordan Peterson reacting to it, we can just do a taste of it. It's small. It's so small. Last week, we really went crazy with the where the American flag's at. Remember when people would hang those? And Jordan Peterson uploaded an hour-long reaction to the Facts song. We'll go into the part where he reacts to our infamous line here. It's honestly so disappointing, but hey, don't say we didn't show you.
Where the American flags at? Remember when people would hang those? They've been taken down, they all been replaced with BLM flags or rainbows.
Okay. So the flag idea, man, that's
in the
a
flag, it's
idea.
a symbol, man. So it's a strong symbol.
The idea of a flag is something like
just mute him so I can talk over him. And it symbolizes it's really a deeper truth. And it depends what you mean by deeper truth. Because not all truths are that deep, really, if you think about it. There's some
there's
truths
that one, this one, that one.
There's some that are 10 layers deep, and there's some that are shaped like a cock, and I swirl it around in my mouth. And then I'm jiggling her tits. Okay, you can put it back on.
Flag. Well, let's think about it. It's a flag of division, literally, because a rainbow is the division of a unity, what's white, into a plurality, what's a rainbow. And
I mean, it was better when you were doing it. And it's like, what the hell, man? The flag, I'm not a flag faggot. Why is there a division on the flag when the flag is supposed to be unity to add? Why isn't there an ad on the flag? Well, there is. It's from the Irish wristwatch, the Daily Wire. I don't know. I can't do it. I'm sorry. But I mean, this guy just goes on.
Unmute it again, just see where he's at. With
waving this proclamation, this praying in the streets.
It's really
this false moralizing.
This could just really be a whole thing that we do is mute him and then
try to do like an impression
talk
of him
for 5 seconds and then just jump in. And it's really like there's no break in the action.
No, that's fine, except for the snakes. And you can imagine why women do that. Because in some ways they want to add
like a soundboard level.
And that's fine, except for the snakes.
And then you might ask, well, why would men do it? And I'll tell you what sort of men do that. The sort of men who do that have no masculine utility whatsoever. And so they ape feminine utility. They act like...
So then they ape out.
And that's rap. It's being an ape, man. I sort of do like a Mark. Rap. I sort of do a Mark Maron thing every now and then with JP.
Good women, and they're particularly good at doing that if they're psychopathic.
And they show their chimpanzee butts.
Young women
never bring up to the hood if you're not willing to share. That is opening the door to true chaos.
Themselves, and the answer is that they're not going to come out with shark teeth on, man, because then you know who they were. They're going to tell you how nice they are, how lovely they are, and how they care.
This is still the American flag's line too. He has not moved on from that.
You're going to pay for it. So we'll get back
you
to
bet
that.
Your bloody ass, bucko.
As we progress.
Oh, what, he's progressive now?
I like to when he just hears the lyrics and he's working through them in his head like he's on to something. It's like, dude, this is nonsense.
No.
Nothing is being said, but everything you already hear all the time from these people.
Yeah. And then, okay, at one point, though, I think...
turn it up really quick.
Great juxtaposition, all of that. So the first thing Tom is doing is singing about hedonism, right?
Oh, my God.
And that's the pursuit of, say...
There's the part when Ben starts rapping, like it plays his little part, and then it cuts back to him, and he goes, that's very funny. But it's like he doesn't even smile or like chuckle. And it's like, that's the other thing that bothers me, too. It's like... Comedy is so important. It's like, then why have you never laughed, idiot?
And why do you take everything so seriously?
Yeah.
You like exclusively. And that's the Goontopia difference is we are making everything fun.
Yes.
You're making it all serious.
Well, let's analyze Come Town.
Narcissism. So that's the desire for honor and social status. Machiavellianism.
Oh my God.
So that,
dude, when he says Machiavellian too, it drives me crazy.
This is what I'm talking about. What do I always say? I say that three. Oh,
four?
I can't remember.
4.
But yeah, what do I always say
and
about
they all
him?
dance on my nutsack.
Yeah, what do I always say though about Jordan Peterson and co. is that they, they're just a little bit smarter. They got a better vocab than us, whatever. So he knows you can pull out Machiavelli, and people that haven't even read it will go, "Ooh, but I know that's some smart thing." It's sort of like it's in the art of war kind of thing too. When somebody references that, or how to get pussy and make friends.
Mm-hmm.
Disney
the 48 laws of how to get pussy and make friends. Oh my gosh, dude, they literally cut to Pinocchio.
I know.
All right, we gotta go back.
I mean, dude, he's Daisy Ridley.
In the Disney movie Pinocchio, it's beautifully
Coco and
portrayed because
Moana.
the little thug.
It's just like Moana and Coco. You know, it's like, it's so Machiavellian the way Pinocchio, like, oh my God, dude, shut the fuck up.
And him, he looks like he makes an ass of himself.
Alexander Solzhenitsyn in the Gulag Archipelago. It's much like Moana and Coco, you know, when you think about it, like the Disney movie.
England, where they do things like
Can you
desecrate
skip to when he gets
classic
to Ben's?
workouts. Is a
He
symbol
pulls
of
his
chaos.
phone out.
And
He's
so
bored.
Yeah, there's a time
underneath
he gets bored by himself. I got the timestamp. 25:33. He starts talking about. He like literally starts comparing the difference between Tom and Ben, as if anybody needs anybody to break down why
I
they're
know.
fucking different.
Well, that's just it too. Earlier, he's talking about like some juxtaposition in 2 lines. It's like, yeah, that's like the most basic thing in writing ever.
Yeah.
It's like putting a dark thing next to a bright thing or whatever. You know, it's not genius, dude. The
ask, what would
psychological
Ben do?
breakdown.
Now, this brings us to a discussion of
Psycho-illogical.
personality. So it's one of the
No, he's
things
pulling
that
out
makes this
Ben's
video
Big
so
Five
compelling
score.
and interesting is that Ben and
He
Tom
tests
are
low
quite
in
different
openness.
in personality, in a subtle way.
He's
Although
very
the
high in
overt
conscientiousness.
manifestations of that aren't subtle at all. Tom is a crazy looking bastard.
I mean, he's
You
got
know,
to be high in
metal teeth,
openness. Oh,
What the hell's below his lip? Hog? Should I hug my hog?
is
or
that
put
because
my-
he shoves a
Now-
hog in his mouth that's as big as that, so it covers the whole tattoo?
Imagine Pinocchio's nose being the hog going into Tom McDonald's mouth.
Or not. I mean, we're still friends. But anyways, we didn't publish this study, unfortunately, but this study was done just when piercing and tattooing entered the mainstream. And it was starting to
my
become a
God.
fad.
This is it. This is
a
it.
contagious
This is
fad.
it. Pause it.
Yeah.
Or mute it, whatever. Dude, this is it. The conservative cope. This is the cope about tattoos. Now, remember, you used to be a scumbag if you got a tattoo, and you were. I mean, and not really, you know, most people are like, oh, they got a tattoo. But I knew people growing up that were very conservative, and they're like, oh, so-and-so got a tattoo and ruined their body. But whatever. I mean, when you look like Tom, you look fucking stupid. But getting into the history of it now, justifying it as art expression, which I agree with, by the way. This is where I'm liberal. This is where I'm Mr. Free Speech. I think if you want to wreck your body, you just have to be a nightmare for the rest of your life. But at least you get to be a freak
Right.
that everybody knows and loves, Tom McDonald. But you don't make it like, well, it's actually a form of self-expression. As conservatives, we love self-expression.
Right.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah, no, it's so embarrassing to have to like do the mental gymnastics for how these people have to fit into their line of thinking. It's so dumb. But I'm sure what he's about to say is much smarter than I.
Interest in ideas and verbal fluency.
Oh,
See?
Where
Talking
Tom
about
and
the Big Five.
Ben really split. They're both very, very high in openness because they're very creative
man.
people. and
Ben
that's
is not.
associated with
Ben is
verbal
like so closed off to ideas. What are
Yeah.
you talking about, Jordan? You fucking idiot. You don't know
fluency,
anything.
which is associated with with the ability to articulate, and that in turn
This is Ben's bar.
makes him not a short-term mater.
I got the
not a
facts. My money like this is my
psychopath,
pockets
not
are
a
fat.
narcissist, not a Machiavellian,
I'm a
not a
fat guy.
sadist. He sacrifices in the present to gather good things in the future. That's one of the things that
I mean, how do you gather that from the fat stacks like Lizzo? I mean, how fucking psychotic and stupid do you have to be? How
It
fake
transcends
intellectual.
time, man.
Yeah. In the present and also the future, because the stacks are gaining as Lizzo is gaining more weight. And both of those are part of the future, which is why we have to get back to the future.
is exactly what happens once you start to care for children. And then what the wealth that is genuine wealth.
He literally like speaks in like YouTube poop like clips to rearrange. He's like meant to be taken out of context.
I know. I kind of want you to just sort of not sporadically, but let's just jump somewhere. I mean, is he going to say anything good about Ben or no?
No.
Okay.
And women who would actually commit, let's say, to a long-term relationship and to the care of actually dependent people, which is very hard. It's very hard to care for infants. It's very hard to care for sick old people.
How is it hard to care for infants? All right, we'll go.
I'm going to read you something.
Everybody does it.
Yeah.
You'll find quite interesting here. So this is from the book of Revelation, and it's quite
Oh
a
my
shocking,
This fucking
a shocking
stupid
account.
Bible app
This
on
is
his
really a
phone.
hallucinogenic vision. And so this is the vision in Revelation
You don't
7,
know the Bible.
17, 1, 8.
I know the Bible,
One of
you
the
don't.
7 angels who had the 7 bowls came and said to me, "Come, I will show you the judgment
Come.
on the great prostitute who sits on many waters." Nonfiction, and they're interested in people rather than things. That all stacks up on that side
grabbing
of the
boobs.
openness
Stacks.
equation. Whereas the more cut and dried intellectual
He almost said
types
cutting
like Ben,
edge.
they're more Well, they're less elusive in their thought processes, and they're more allied with the forces that criticize thought and hone it.
He is
rather
delusional.
I know. Well, and
Dude, it's like his brain's about to explode. That stupid veiny head.
I know.
Giant forehead. Dude.
but when people watch that, they're like, "Oh my gosh, he's incredible!
He's
Look at
onto
him.
something.
He's working. His brain is working so hard to come up with this great idea. No, his brain is working so hard to try to sound like he's making a complete sentence, and he's failing."
Well, this is what's funny is Jordan Peterson is the embodiment of the university student dork. Like
Yeah.
he's the one that's just writing the 2,000 word essay on Pinocchio, like a bullshit
yeah.
movie. That's like something you do in a class.
Yeah.
Like he just thinks he's a student still. So he's like, I got to break down this rap song for my teacher.
right. He views it all as an assignment.
I mean, this is the kind of work you go to finish an assignment.
Yeah.
You know, is like just really breaking down every part of it. It just doesn't need to happen. This is barely
Right.
anything. This is just crap made to get attention.
yeah.
Using a conservative platform that already exists, they're making a song. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's like if we broke down like the AT&T commercials with the AT&T girl, and we're like, and her breasts symbolize the nurturing
She'll
of
sue you.
the AT&T place, because once you remember your family there,
That's
and
actually-
if you need milk, you can look to whatever the fuck her fucking name is.
Yeah, Milana Van Trub or something like that.
Milana Hump-a-Lot.
I know she actually got mad about people talk. Do you know about this?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah.
She say
She didn't like
reached-
that people were like, talking about her tits online.
Yeah, and in the commercials, they tried to make them smaller. And she also had some statement that was like, Flo from Progressive helped me dealing with sexual harassment. And everyone was like, who was even hitting on Flo?
Yeah,
What
nobody.
advice
That's a good
could
point.
She,
Yeah,
what advice could she give to the AT&T lady?
Flo's horrible. No, the AT&T girl's hot, man. She's hot. She's hot.
So-
Why do we talk about her? Oh, her melons. Jordan Peterson analyzing her melons.
Now the thing that's so beautiful about
Well, that's what's stupid too about universal symbols and whatever he goes on and on about is you can just identify it anywhere. That's why it's a universal symbol.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like just because it's there doesn't mean anything.
Stop! When I'm
Well-
driving, I stop at the stop sign.
And it's shaped like an octagon, and an octagon's a force to be reckoned with.
It has 8 sides like a fucking octopus.
You can't even put. They don't even have a name for something that has 9 sides. 8's the most you can go.
And we all damn well bloody know
And
that
you
if you were driving and you saw an octopus, you would stop your car as well.
And as he's talking, he's drawing out the
octagon,
sign.
yeah. He's and he's holding the and he's like pushing it into the
It
air.
has points on each side. At the end of each side, there's a point. Let's get to it.
The first one, stop. The second one, don't keep going. The third one, oh, you better bloody well go stop before you pass it.
Number 4, don't even think about it. Okay. And number 5, okay. Let me just.
Sister. Now we can finish this. Number 6. Shit, we're only on. Oh, hey, only on number 6.
Stop it. I love that he has a producer now, too. Oh, I got something to say about this.
Pull this video
Oh,
out. Hang on.
I got something to say about this.
I have to come.
here too, which is that he has a long-term orientation.
Oh, we got
as a
back on this.
conscientious person.
Long-term orientation of a conscientious person. The line is, my money like lives in my pockets are fat.
Sorry, Jordan Peterson. The line is. Now Ben is an Oriental person. It's only a matter of time till he makes a slip.
You
up
mad,
like that.
you mad, you mad. And the repetition, good things come in 3s.
Bitterness and resentment,
And if
man,
you look
those
at the
poison
Bible,
your soul.
Christ is 3 fucking people.
The Holy Trinity.
And then mad is
mad.
also insane. And if you pursue
The
these
Joker is mad crazy.
and power and chaotic divisiveness, there's no difference between that and insanity.
I mean, imagine having to work for him and stay. Imagine having to stay
What
awake
a
through this
weird
whole
thing to say, by the way.
What?
I don't know. He's trying right now. He's getting the semantics of mad versus insane.
Become more angry and destructive.
calling
And then
them
you get another
crazy.
vicious circle going. So yeah, that's not good. It's cool to be the victim. Well, if that's all you've got, when Tom said he's not going to be the victim. And then, one of the things that you learn in the story of
Okay.
Oh my
good
God,
guy.
the story of Joe.
tortured by God
Yeah.
terribly.
Things
He
don't
loses
always
everything,
make
becomes
sense.
extremely ill. And he refuses to play victim.
Okay. Who gives a fuck? Dude, stop talking about the Bible. Nobody cares.
Come
Nobody
on, you're
cares
not a
about the
preacher
Bible.
anyway. I'm itching.
Okay. Job has all this bad stuff happen. What about Sisyphus? Brother didn't even get to talk to God, and he's just pushing a boulder forever. So what? Why is that story not better?
Yeah, the story of syphilis. How he
Because
just
it was
never...
made up. Because it wasn't. Okay, I'm done. My anti-religious rant.
We are. That's all the stuff
we're
we've
done.
got. So hey,
Look, we got a lot of stuff.
We did. Real quick though. Thanks for the 300, and we'll catch you later.